lovely.
Wasn't it, though?
Yeah, it was. There you go. Guys.
Why, yes.
You know what really puts...
Betherna?
You know what really puts a flask in my cleavage?
What is that?
What's that?
It's when I come all the way from Salt Lake.
Uh-huh.
And you guys tell me to show up here for your show.
Uh-huh.
And all you guys do is just stare at my boobs. It's a little bit upsetting.
You don't know that I'm staring at your boobs. I'm wearing sunglasses.
I can still see there's a reflection, so you're busted.
You can see the glowing red eyes. The glowing red eyes behind the shades.
So is that why you have that flask in your
Yeah, but you know what?
crop
I've
top?
been gifted this delightful Chanarant t-shirt, so I'll probably put that on anyway.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, that might
You're
help.
safe. You're safe
Chanarant
now.
t-shirts, great at covering up boobs since 2019.
It's a real lifesaver, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Josh. With me, as always, is my bearded co-host, Mr. Andy Fuco.
That's me.
And our special guest, Bethea, all the way from Salt Lake. Welcome to the Chanarant Podcast. If you didn't know, I'm going to let you know that this is an explicit show.
Would you like to introduce her guests as well?
Her guests, Lefty and Righty.
Lefty, see him there?
Yeah.
See him, everybody?
And yeah, so this is an explicit show. We're gonna say horrible things as always. And if you have sensitive ears, you have 5 seconds to go somewhere else. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Hey,
There it is.
There you go.
There it is.
Listeners can review the show on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, etc. You can send us emails and voicemails to be played on air. We have some emails today. You can like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or if you're Australian, Snapchat. Check out the Chanarant store at chanarant.com. And this episode of the Chanarant Podcast is brought to you by our patrons, our lovely patrons at patreon.com/Chanarant, who have decided to sacrifice $5 a month to stare at Bethea's tits and listen to us say dick jokes.
I paid $5 to look at my own boobs.
Hey,
This is
we appreciate
this is a
that.
fact.
And I bought my own beer, apparently.
We got a couple new ones this week.
Yes, we do. We do have some new patrons, and we will take a break in the middle of the show to, 1, shout out, and 2, talk to everyone who is a patron that is in the chat. Fusco,
Yes, Josh.
let me tell you about the week that it has been.
Oh, boy.
So,
Has it been a week?
Yeah, so I've been catching up on some pipe bandy stuff, news, things like that. I've been kind of checked out for a while, if I'm being completely honest. It's busy.
Since the beginning of your life?
Yeah. Like I've just been a very busy guy since I was born. So I'm interested because we may have kicked some rocks on the last episode when we were talking about the Inverary G1 Reads false advertising debacle.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Which we got messages on this.
We did? Did we?
And most of them to the tune of, well,
actually,
as it turns out, Inverary District plays G1 Chanters and Chesney Reads.
right.
Which is fine, but the point that I was making was all the people who are advertising Inverary's playing G1 Reads. I listened to Rab's show today, and it's still in the fucking header of the show, like, G1 Reads, played by World Champions Inverary District.
Yeah, I don't think... did you catch the tone of Rab's email or whatever text message? Or whatever
I
it was?
did.
I don't think he was happy with us sort of calling that out.
But it's like, it's one of those things where like, you know.
I get it. They pay him money, so he's defending them, but...
Yeah, but like a lot of people pay me money to do advertising stuff, but there's no false statements in my advertising.
Yeah, but isn't that the nature of advertising? Just lie constantly? Isn't that
No,
really
the
what it's
nature
all
of advertising is connect your target audience with a product they want.
about? Well, yeah, that's all that heady college bullshit.
And if
the
they
real
don't-
world is...
And guess what? If they don't want your product, don't claim that Inverary plays it. It's not that hard. I'm not saying G1 Chanters are good, bad, or the otherwise, or that Inverary doesn't play them. I've had multiple people now tell me that yes, they play G1 Chanters
yes.
and Chesney Reads. Awesome, but still,
It's not quite the same.
1, who fucking cares? And 2,
That's the big thing. Who cares?
They're 2 fucking sticks tied together.
Right, exactly. We went over that in like
Went over that
episode
in
2.
episode 4.
Whatever it was. Yeah. Just tie those sticks together and move on with your lives.
Yeah. So yeah, the amount of people that reached out to us to let us know that, Glasses Push, you don't entirely have it right because they play G1 Chanters and Chesney Reeds.
We never actually mentioned Chanters. We were purely talking about
just
reeds.
talking about reeds.
Purely talking about reeds.
Yeah.
Chanters, who gives a shit?
And so this episode brought to you by G1.
Brought to you by Chesney.
G1. Works great with a Chesney Reed.
Here we go. Bring on the hate mail. By the way, did you hear the other big news about Chesney?
Which one?
The news that Chesney,
The sex change?
No. Chesney, who's the pipe major of Kloskell. Did you hear the news today?
Well, Kloskell got regraded to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see.
How exciting is that?
Yeah.
So not only is he winning
now
in the reed department, he's winning in the...
Now they can have an entire year of getting clobbered in grade 1 instead of getting clobbered, like getting absolutely robbed in grade 1 instead of getting absolutely robbed in grade 2.
Oh, come on. Robbed in grade 1?
Like
they're going to get clobbered.
Yeah. It's like, well, how did you not win grade 1? Well, my pipe band wasn't field marshal or Inverary, so...
Well, he at least knows the guy that makes the reeds, so maybe he'll really start...
He'll just start sending Inverary all the shit reeds.
And then they'll have to go to G1.
I was like, so how did Kloskell win this year? Well, all of Inverary's reeds exploded halfway through the World Pipe Band Championships.
Exactly. But either way, congratulations to them. Our good friend Del Boy is in that
Del
band.
Boy is in that
She's
band.
super
Is Erin in that band too?
No, she's
she
in
didn't.
the police... That shitty police band, I don't know.
Police Scotland Fife.
Let's clap please. Please Scotland Fife is the good one. PSNI, whatever the fuck they're called.
Oh, PS9. Okay.
So, yeah. So exciting times in the Reed controversy. So,
I mean, PSNI, I watched during the Worlds, and I thoroughly enjoyed their performance.
you like them.
But I couldn't get over the fact that they're one EOA.
Wait, what? This went over my head. What happened?
Like, they're one EOA from being able to spell penis with their name.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That would be great. We got to figure that out.
Yeah.
We'll do something with that.
But, and still, that's okay. I mean, they may not be penises. They're just pussnies.
Pussney's pipe band.
Pussny pipe band. If you didn't pronounce it as PSNI, you would say pussny, right?
You're right. Absolutely, you're right.
So speaking of a bunch of pussnies, let's talk about the Big Rap Show Awards.
Oh, man.
Oh my god, dude. You know how?
No, this is not.
Poor Rab. He's gonna write to us.
This is not accusing Rab of being a pussy. This is Rab got some hate mail. I don't know if you listened to the most recent episode of the Big Rab Show,
the one about the awards.
I did, yeah. And some fuckstick sent him some hate mail about like, why you just keep fucking nominating yourself for every fucking award?
Yeah.
Which one? I mean, yeah. Why do you keep nominating yourself for every fucking award? But he doesn't do that. Like. It's frustrating that this person created, because we've had this before. It was a person who created an anonymous Gmail account to bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're too much of a pussy to, like, just send an actual complaint.
Yeah.
Like, I've complained to Big Rab about his show many times on air and over the phone and via email using my own.
And on this show.
Yeah, and on the show. Like just don't be a fucking little bitch. And Lucy, that was not a kill command.
All right, then.
Don't be a little bitch. And Lucy,
me.
she hates when I say little bitch. Anyway, don't be a little bitch and put your name to your email. Like, we're all in the same community. We all know who's bitching about what. For example, people know Chanarant is bitching about everything all the time.
It's kind of like what we do, even if we have nothing to bitch about.
It's our shtick. Like, it's called Chanarant, not Chanar. Everything is great.
I do have something to bring up about this, though. Can I make a counterpoint?
To this guy being a little bitch for not attaching his name to his hateful email?
No. The part about him complaining about Rab, like, getting nominated for things and whatever. Like, if I was Rab, and I'm not, but if I was a good human being, I would have taken myself, like, even if I got nominated, I would take myself out of it. Like, you can't, even if people voted for you, you can't accept an award
from
your
yourself.
own thing. Like, you just can't.
I would disagree.
You gotta take that out. I would just like disqualify myself.
Fusco, let me ask you a question, and I want you to answer honestly.
Okay, I'm listening.
Do you masturbate?
religiously.
So you accept awards from yourself all the time.
But not publicly. Well, okay.
I'm about to say, do you remember Telluride?
It depends. I guess it's sometimes.
Do you remember Costa Mesa 2009?
I remember my Pornhub channel, which is now getting a lot of use.
A lot of use?
Yeah. Works brilliantly.
So I would say that, like, you don't want to... It's just uncouth for you to just be self-serving in such a way. Okay. Everybody who jerks off, you have to stop. I'll tell you what. If Big Rab doesn't give himself awards, if he makes a stand,
who else is going to do it?
If he makes a stand and says, you know what, I'm not going to give myself an award that's too self-serving, then all of us have to abstain from jerking it for a year.
I don't see how they're related. I don't see the connection here
Because it's still self-aggrandizing and then self-rewarding. Like, don't get me wrong.
I'm not drawing the connection.
I do egotistical and self-aggrandizing shit all the time, but I'm very much upfront about it.
This is true. I don't know. Bethea, what do you think about Josh's argument here?
I'm going to be honest. I haven't been listening because I'm looking up something on my phone.
Fair enough.
Guys, continue.
That's most
Still a
people.
better guess than Cahill.
I'm honest. I heard about... No, never mind.
That's fine.
Continue.
Yeah, no, just in my opinion, I wouldn't do it. Like, if we... Nah, never mind. I don't want to go down that road yet, but...
Because they were going to have to actually do...
Yes. I don't want to have to say anything that makes us actually have to do work.
Yes.
Yet. But that's just my thing. Like, if I was him, I just would, like, he got nominated for everything this year. I mean, like, he's in almost every category. And
he's in the legend category, the social media category.
Like, and he plays it off. He's all, like, what would you call that?
I'm just
he's
chuffed.
very humble. And
I'm just chuffed that y'all are nominating me.
Yeah, like... I don't know. I'm pretty sure Joe Brady got nominated for Legend as well. And, like, you know, just sub Joe Brady in there for you. Like, come on.
Yeah,
It seems weird to me that you're like...
I guess it's two separate issues, right? It's like the self-aggrandizing awards thing, and also the issue of like for me, the anonymous hate mail thing is what pissed me off about this story. More than Big Rab giving himself awards, because I don't care. It's your awards. You can give yourself as many awards as you want.
Yeah, it's all meaningless anyway.
Chanarana Awards 2019, we win everything. Like, done.
Well,
that's over.
That was the joke. You just blew my punchline for that whole thing. But yeah, no, I get it. Like, in the end, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like, Rap wins everything. It doesn't matter. But you know, it's similar to that argument about you know, if your band, if you're like in the LA Scots and you have a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, and a 1, or whatever it is, and all the judges are wearing the same kilt as your grade 4 band, like, you should take yourself out of it. Like, it doesn't. It just looks bad.
The thing for me is just like, who cares?
Well, there's that
Like,
too.
who went home last year and said, I'm pretty upset I didn't win the Big Rab Show Coolest Drum Award.
Well, that leads into then fucking part C of this. Because I am pretty pissed I've never won this goddamn award.
So you have a personal stake in
I've
this.
got a stone. What is it? It's an axe to grind. Whatever the fuck the saying is.
Bone to pick, an axe to grind.
Whatever it is. I've been nominated every goddamn year.
Throw?
I don't know what I was going to say. I get things confused.
I think you said a stone to grind, but
yeah, I got a couple things mixed up there. But
whatever.
So yeah, I get nominated for this beard award every goddamn year since it started, and I lose every year.
that's why you're so chuffed about this.
You know, here's the thing. Here's another thing I would do. You know, Gus Sicard wins every goddamn year. And,
I don't know that girl.
well, she's got a great beard.
Look you up.
And he's won it 3 years in a row at least. And he's one of the drummers with Inveraray. If you win, just take the guy out. So, like, this doesn't happen. I don't know.
So you, okay. So
So it's a popularity contest because they're the fucking...
I see that your thoughts are colored here by your personal involvement and ability to potentially win
Plus,
beard award.
Here's another thing. Rab put that beard video together this year, which is the same video from last year. And the picture's like 4 years old to me. My beard is so much better than it was 4 years ago. Like,
Gus
what the
has got a pretty good beard, guys.
Let me
I
see.
just
Let me
looked
see.
him up.
Oh, no, he's got a great beard.
Look at this.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, he's got a great beard, but Jesus Christ, 3 years in a row? Come on.
Yeah. I
Very
mean,
good beard.
Fusco's beard has been essentially dyed gray by its years of brushing against female anatomy.
The thighs of...
Yeah.
Anyway, Rab, what the fuck, man? I'll be on your side if I win a goddamn beard award this year.
That's bringing too much of a Vegas style to this.
Exactly.
It's like.
Let me just slip you 20 and make sure I win this. Hey, Rab.
I'm pretty against these awards.
Rab,
But
Fusco wins this year.
but if I win, I think these awards could be well treated.
Guys, is Big Rab in the US of A right now?
No, he's going to Stone Mountain
In October.
in October.
October. Okay. Never mind.
But
Coming soon.
yeah. Oh, speaking of which, so I guess now's a good time for us to say Fusco is up for the Best Beard Award
Yes.
in the Big Rab Show Awards of 2019 that he definitely doesn't care about.
I don't.
So if you're one of the 6, you go vote for Fusco for Best Beard. And Shane Rand is up for Best Social Media. I have no idea why, because it said
know
Facebook and Twitter, and 90% of our stuff is live stream and podcast.
Yeah, we
but-
don't do anything.
Yeah.
But
So-
fair enough.
Yeah.
But we should win anyway, so vote for us just so our name is mentioned in something. And then it'll bring more people, probably. Or not. I don't know.
Who knows? Who
Gives a
cares?
shit.
Okay, moving smartly forward. Now that we've done 20 minutes on the Big Rab Show Awards, we got some emails. Our first email is from The Heckler. And I have to adjust this because I can't see it very well through my shades. It says, okay, so I'm almost positive you guys encouraged chain ranners who had belonged to the dojo to give instructors, mainly Doogie and or Andrew Carlisle, shit during a class. I'm just too lazy to go back and see which episode. That said, I usually attend Carl's classes, but can never bring myself to heckle him because he's so nice it'd be like kicking a kitten. True. Which is true. He's the nicest person on the planet. So I chose Doogie instead. I was hoping a fellow chanter ranter would be in the class and my heckle would go acknowledged one way or another, but I was a lone douchebag. I really hope you boys didn't catch shit for it because you guys, Doogie and the dojo, are all great. The dojo makes you a better piper, while the rant makes you a worse human being. Both serve their purpose. Keep up the good work. Sincerely, The Heckler.
Yeah, so do you want me to go into more backstory of this whole
Absolutely,
situation?
yeah. I mean, he hit the nail on the head that the dojo makes you a better piper, while Chanarad makes you a worse human
He
being.
definitely nails it there. So, yeah, so apparently this guy in class just, I don't remember what he said exactly. He told me, he sent me an email privately about it. Said something like one of the 6 or something stupid or whatever. And Andrew just let it, he didn't even flinch, just went
Yeah.
right, let it go right by.
Which he's got to be used to by now, because
Yeah. Oh, for
one, we give him so much shit that he's gotten used to it, and now that other people are giving him shit, he should be trained by his friendship with us and how much shit we give him.
Oh, absolutely. So this week, on Friday, the dojo does a live show on Facebook where they review student submissions, and this guy had submitted something very last minute, so he was the last one to go, and Andrew like jumped in on it. He's like, "Oh my god, like let me do this one. I got this."
Oh, because he knew.
Well, this is the question. This is what we're not 100% sure on, but we figure he recognized the guy's name as the heckler, and then is like, "Oh boy!" And apparently went and ripped him apart on this live show, and to the point where Carl even said, "You're being a bit mean on this one," to him, like, and
It's a Chanarander. Chanaranders can take it.
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. So, so yeah, the guy wrote to me and told me that, "Oh, go back and watch this because Andrew ripped me apart in my thing this week." So then another interesting thing, and please, should I say this? I don't know. Fuck it. Please don't go out and do this to him a bunch. But apparently Andrew tells me that somebody heckled during the live stream and said something like, "Smush the pussy" or something like that. And he wrote to me, he's like, "Yeah, it's cool that shit people, acknowledge that they're Chanarant fans or whatever, but when they say smush the puss or something like that, like, that's not cool." I'm like, "Oh, fucking hell."
They didn't even get it right, too.
No, they got it wrong. Whatever it was, it's hashtag crush the puss.
It's
people.
always crush the puss.
But please don't do it on the dojo stuff. There's old ladies that
There's
watch
kids.
this- yeah.
Like...
Like, don't do it during their fucking classes.
So
and
we
shit.
have a phrase that we used among our friends. Like this came up during the bachelor party when I was in Portland. Sea cucumber is the phrase, and that's what we used to be like. Hey, tone down your language because like there's like tiny humans or like whatever, Mm-hmm. Which I know is hilarious to hear coming from me, but it's like it's situational. And half the fun is trying to find a way to make your buddies laugh and be completely inappropriate in mixed company without technically swearing or being
right. Yeah, being much more creative.
yeah.
about
It makes it much more
subtle.
interesting.
Absolutely. So anyway,
That's fantastic.
so our next email from Sue, and she says, "Howdy, gents. Do you know Sue?" Oh, you do know Sue.
I think I know Sue.
You know Sue. Don't say her
If
last name.
she's
though.
the Sue I'm thinking of.
Yes.
All right.
These are the Sues you're looking for.
So last few shows have been great. Post Chanarant After Dark, at any rate. Enjoyed hearing from Beer Boy Brad. You guys should have him back on and let him actually talk next time. He fits right in. Not all that sure that's a compliment. Okay. Congrats on the drum corps. Looking forward to hearing you play #1 of the 6, Sue.
I love Sue.
Yeah, she's a nice lady.
We bonded.
Beer Boy was amazing. And I actually have the extra interview.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I blacked out, so I don't know if we actually recorded one.
So we did. You gave it the old college try for about 8 minutes,
Did I pass out at some point?
and then you guys weren't getting anywhere, so I took over very quickly.
Oh, okay. I have no memory of it whatsoever.
So I have that. That'll be coming out for patrons.
Ooh, nice.
So patrons will get the extended long form interview with Beer Boy Brad about his experience as a homosexual Air Force bagpipe god who now brews beer.
Right. Is this like his life story? What,
Like,
what'd you get
he's
into?
got a very interesting tale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm
look
not just
forward-
saying that because he has a sweet ass.
That he does. I know that firsthand. I don't remember it, but that's what I heard.
You don't know it, but it gave you double barrel pink eye.
Did I meet Bear Boy Brad in
You
Vegas?
did.
Dude,
Okay, I
Vegas.
feel like
you
I
did in
did.
Vegas. Yeah, you met Beer Boy.
Yes, I did.
But yeah, and as far as letting him talk more, hey, if you're going to be on the show, you gotta punch your way in.
Yeah, that's kind of part of it.
Yep.
Speaking of punching your way in, Bethea.
Bertha.
Berthea?
Bertha.
Birthday?
What brings you to Vegas this weekend?
I'm in town for the iHeartRadio Music Festival.
You seem to come to Vegas a lot. I've seen you.
This is like my
fourth time this year.
I pieced it together this morning. In the last 9 months, this is my 5th trip.
Wow.
So
Interesting.
It's not always
not
to see
far.
us.
No, it's
it's
usually.
not.
I'm
Never to
assuming
see
it's just to buy pot.
I think I saw you once, and I bought pot probably every time I came.
You don't travel that shit across state lines. Do you?
No, it's impossible
No,
because no one can.
Yes.
I use it all
You use it
before I leave.
She drives to the border,
and then just
gets
takes it
baked
off.
as fuck.
Well, that's awesome. And we finally got you. How many times have we tried to have you on the show? It's been numerous times.
Yeah, numerous times where you were
and
coming
something
to Vegas.
always goes wrong. Like we lose the fucking tape.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Well, we didn't just lose the tape.
Got
That was-
stolen.
you-
Whatever
we lost
happened.
the
We
whole-
lost the entire device and everything.
Yeah, that was for the games. It was in like April, right?
April, yeah.
I've been here probably 3 times since then.
Yeah.
Met up
We
once.
got some sandwiches.
We got some wicked grilled cheeses. It
Yeah.
was rad.
That's right. Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
So, well, glad to see you here. You're finally on the show. Hopefully, nothing goes wrong with this one. It actually makes it to something.
Yeah, and if you stick around to the end and you're a patron, she's going to change into her Chanarant shirt on air. So
Yeah,
sure
you
am.
get to watch that live
yeah.
for $5 a month.
Because we're we've peaked as a pipe band podcast, and if we're really ever going to get rich, we're going to have to go straight to porn.
Absolutely.
It's got to be
Pornhub.com
all. It's got to be all.
/Chanarant.
It's got to be all. Let's play videos and porn. That's it. That's where the money is now.
Exactly.
Sorry, guys, we have to change
And
from
react-
bagpiping focus to video games and pornography.
And reaction videos, apparently.
Yeah, and reaction videos and 2 truths and a lie. 2 podcasters play 2 truths and a lie drunk.
Are you guys going to let me join your Discord channel?
Yeah, of course.
Are you a gamer?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Also, yeah,
absolutely.
it's good a time as any to plug the Discord. If you guys are gamers and you want to get on Chanarant Discord, just send us a message either via Facebook or via email, chanarant@gmail.com, and we'll send you a link.
Yeah.
So we have several channels. We have general pipe band channel stuff. We have ranting stuff. We have different channels for PC Master Race versus Xbox versus PlayStation.
We don't have any PlayStation guys, do we?
I don't know that anybody plays PlayStation
I don't know. Anyway.
in the world.
There must be somebody.
I think it's all Xbox and PC and Nintendo Switch now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got one more email, and this is from Craig. Craig says, hi, heard the episode today. This is a while ago. Heard the episode today and your shout out to the northern branch of Wiswaba. Context. Our game reps have posted results the day of the event for all events in Northern Branch for the last 2 years. Wiswaba usually shares our posts to their Facebook page. We will continue to do this to the best of our ability. Thanks, Craig Farley. And this goes to that shout out we gave to the Northern Branch for having their shit together.
Yeah, and they posted results from Pleasanton like the same day, which was
Yeah,
great.
it was like same day results across channels. Points of clarification. They haven't done that consistently for 2 years. Wispaba proper does not repost those things because you can check any of their social media channels and they haven't done anything since 2016 on most of them. Mm-hmm. But still, the shout out stands that awesome Northern branch. I just don't appreciate when people try to rewrite history, which didn't happen.
I'm mostly concerned about Dilly.
And Dilly's getting his camera time.
So what's with Northern Branch? Josh thinks you're a cunt.
No, I actually think they're awesome. But
No, I'm just kidding.
But they tried to lump all these other branches and channels and things like, oh no, we've all been doing this forever. It's like, don't gaslight me, bro. That's not what happened. I've been doing this for a very long time.
Hey, I appreciate this guy writing in, and
I appreciate them kicking ass on posting the results this year.
he's obviously brought your ire to the forefront of ireness.
No, I just think that I think they did a very good job and then tried to claim they've been doing a good job for longer than they have.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Like, I think they did something great, and they're like, well, we've always done this. Like, no, motherfucker. Incorrect.
They've been doing it this year. I've noticed them doing it this year, but nobody else does.
And Northern is just doing significantly better than Wispaba Prime, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Wispaba Prime. Well,
So don't try to lump yourself in with Prime, dude, just because you're doing good stuff. And like, oh, no, we've all done this all the time. No, fuck you. I know that hasn't happened because I've had a year of a podcast of proving that hasn't happened.
Bethea comes from the land of owning Wispaba.
Yeah, you do.
What is up with those
you do
douchebags
come
up
from
there in northern Utah that can't seem to get their shit together and run the association correctly?
What do you mean?
yeah, like
All the Mo's up in northern Utah run Wispaba.
We kind of do.
what is it? What does
I
it
had an
take?
AGM today. I tried to vote.
Yeah, no.
remotely,
Of course,
and
they did it in someplace nobody.
Like, what does it take for us to make sure that the golden tablets inside of the hat that whoever the president of Wispaba is reading say provide results same day? Like, how do we do that? Do we just have to do an Ocean's 11 thing
What's in the Ocean's 11 thing?
where we swap the golden tablets?
I don't know. There's
Inside of
different
the top
branches
hat?
though. Great Basin branch AGM was today.
Like, if I
Oh, was it? Wasn't the whole? Wait, when's the whole big? Oh, it's
No
in
idea.
October, I think.
Like, if I funded getting a hologram of white Native American Jesus to approach the president of Wispaba in his bedroom and say, hey, you should post results same day, dude.
Oh boy.
Would that work?
Do you have any comment on any of this?
Would that get where we're going?
He's just trying to
worth a
insult
shot.
every Mormon on the planet right now.
Guys, Mormons are tough.
Like, if I I could do this for days.
Keep going. I want to see how
Like-
how much hate mail we get over this, and how
Like
how
if
big a hole
if I just took the president of Wispaba on a fishing trip instead of the president and the vice president, and the president drank all my White Claw because there was no secondary Mormon to watch him to make sure he didn't. Could
That's such an old joke. You're fitting
I-
it in an interesting way. I like what you're
Could
doing.
I talk him into posting the results the same day of the contest?
Probably.
If all right, if
It's not as easy as I make it look, is it?
If Bertha,
Birthday.
whatever,
Bernadette.
Bernadette.
if Bertha
Bethesda.
went
If Bethesda.
went to Wispaba Prime and was wearing that outfit, could she entice them to get the results out the same day with boobs like that?
She'd have to remove the flask.
Yes, the flask is really getting away.
The flask stays.
So let me think of another Mormon stereotype. So
If I cut a hole in my magic underwear, right around cock height,
and Bertha masturbated the president through that hole. Oh boy, this is going
This is
going
bad,
wrong.
guys.
and then
I don't even know who the president of
then we went to
Wispaba
an
is.
RSPBA hot tub party.
Right now?
Oh, is it Kevin?
It's Kevin Conquest, right?
Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. We went down. Edit all
Kevin,
this
I've
out.
never met you in real life.
Oh, shit, I thought it was a Mormon. All right, never mind.
No.
Forget all that.
No,
Kevin's
it's actually,
cool.
It's actually,
all right, we're okay.
It's actually the nicest boy in the history of pipe band.
All right, forget everything we just said. That was like 5 years ago when the Mormons ruled with spoon. Now it's
Yeah,
now
it's
Times
those
are
jokes.
changing.
Those jokes are no longer applicable because
I think it used to be my teacher, right?
it was
Andrew
Mormon.
Moore.
Yes.
boop.
Beep, 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 beep. It was him. He was for a long time.
You're going to actually edit this one. But yeah, no, it's like those jokes were so much fun to do back in the day. Unfortunately, we can't do the Mormon jokes as much anymore because Kevin's in charge and he's awesome.
Can we just make fun of Cahill then?
We can make fun of Cahill.
All right, so
Okay, we can make fun of Kevin not for Whistlebus stuff, but we could. Oh God, we can make fun of his trousers. We can
You guys-
make fun of.
his trues.
I think Kevin
I don't know.
Conquest's awesome, and I've never met him in real life. Well,
He's
Trues are pretty awesome.
He's a pretty well dressed dude. He's super nice. His kid's cool as fuck.
can I tell a story?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of my very first mass bands, I had no clue what the hell was going on. So I don't remember what song we were supposed to play. Anyway, we were supposed to like be ready to like play or whatever. Mm-hmm. I've had like 5 drinks.
It's
Anyway,
okay. Tell your story.
anyway, he was waiting for like everybody to be ready, and I looked over at him, and he was staring directly at me, like waiting for me to like be at attention to like start playing. Anyway,
Is that the whole story?
yeah, it's super lame.
No,
But
it's fine.
Kevin Conquest, I think you're super, and I think we should high five him in
Yeah,
person.
It's interesting
he's amazing.
because like
He's also
also-
a listener of the show.
oh he is, but
and he
they're
also likes like all of my posts,
Does he?
like for pipe, like
pipe related.
all
stuff.
my cool posts.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
He see other drum majors would have yelled and screamed at you and then threatened you by
Oh, no.
to take your travel money away.
He was like
But Kevin is-
awkwardly
he just-
silent. He was awkwardly silent and just like waited and waited and waited.
But isn't
And I
that more
looked,
powerful though?
He was staring directly at
He was
me.
staring at you. He's like, and you were like, oh fuck, I got.
Even if he wasn't, I felt like he was. So,
See, the
and
thing-
it was effective.
you just wanted to. Be
I was like,
noticed.
okay, I'm ready.
The thing that I like about Kevin is the same thing I really like about Jack, where he can immediately adjust his communication style to whoever he's dealing with.
He's very very emotionally intelligent that way.
Like with you and me, he'd be like, "Oi, assholes! Like get
Hey, fuck face.
get back
like,
in
hey,
line."
oh yeah, right. Thanks.
And we
Kevin.
just be like, "Okay, cool." And then you have him with like newer players, whatever. And he's like, "Hey, buddy, is everything okay?" Like he immediately.
Let me
he's
explain how this works.
He's got such a high level of emotional intelligence when he's dealing with like the 600 people in a mass band.
Yeah, you really got to have that to be successful at being a drum major, I think. And then you get, well, maybe not. I mean, I suppose you can go both ways on that one. Speaking of going both ways,
I know
Bethea-
plenty of drum majors who are cunts.
Oh yes. Speaking of going both ways, have you ever, made it with a woman?
Made it as in like what?
Stuck your tongue in her vagina?
No,
Sexual intercourse.
no, I haven't.
Have you ever kissed a girl?
Yeah,
Oh, excellent.
Did you like it?
it was fine.
Wasatch and
It
District
was
Pipe Band.
like my best friend, and it was like,
Was it like
okay, cool, we did that. Let's play pool.
so it was just like, hey, let's see what this feels like. It wasn't like, oh my
No,
god, you're
it was
attractive
like-
and I want to kiss you.
It was like the first time we had sex. Fusco was like, I just want to see what this feels like.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and it was,
It was rough. It was a little
I didn't
sandpapery.
realize that your face beard was paled in comparison to your a-hole beard.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
My a-hole beard is like Gus Sicard. I call it Gus.
That was like
my asshole's name is Gus, by the way.
It's trouble.
that was like if my cock was Adrian Brody, it was like sending it into the fucking dungeon and King Kong.
with all those insects and
Yeah, all the critters.
critters. There's
There's a lot of critters down there.
Yeah. So
upsetting.
interesting.
So this show's about bagpipes.
what the fuck is going on right now? Why is Area 51 on the list? What is that?
I
all
want to
about?
talk about this because
Area 51.
this is culturally relevant to our time.
I was super tempted to swoop down through Area 51 on my way down here yesterday.
Just see what was going on.
Yeah. My good friend I grew up with, I used to babysit for him. He's the president of like the Utah UFO Association or something weird
I can
like
dig
that.
it. And
Yeah. I was going to like go down with him. I was
Did he
thinking
go
about-
down?
Yeah, he was about it.
so I heard I've heard two stories from people that were watching the news. One that people showed up, and 2 that like 75 people showed up. So I've heard conflicting arguments.
More than 75 just showed up.
No, I
So
I don't know.
For our international and actually our national audience who just aren't very familiar with Nevada.
How could you not be familiar with this? Because this is all around the world. Like the memes for the last 3 months have been amazing.
Yeah, but okay, so there's this whole Storm Area 51 thing, which everyone
Explain what Area 51 is.
Area 51 is essentially the most secluded and secret Air Force base in all of U.S. military history.
Yeah.
And let me just put it this way: as a person who grew up here and knows tons of people who have worked there before, you cannot get there.
She hit the mic.
Like you cannot
drink.
get to Area 51. It's physically impossible. Naruto run or otherwise, you can.
I was gonna say Naruto runs. Yeah.
Dude, that was so not a Naruto run. It was a Wraith run from Apex Legends.
Well, it was a Naruto run first before Apex.
Was it?
Before
It was.
Wraith had it, yeah.
I've
But
never
it's
seen
one of those
Naruto.
things where it's like, okay, and like I had a friend of mine who does not live here ask me about this recently, and like the best way I could explain it to them was, okay, you're gonna have a bunch of people getting drunk and hanging out in Rachel, Nevada, which is just really bumfuck nowhere.
It's literally in the middle of nowhere.
And maybe a half dozen people actually try to like get to Area 51 from that entrance. Let me tell you how that goes. Assuming you can navigate over 40 miles of the worst terrain of your entire life, and I'm like not like flat terrain. It's not like Independence Day. It is a nightmare of
It's not the salt flats.
It's just
fucking
mountains and ridges for 40 miles in 110 degree heat. Like, assuming you're the greatest backpacker, hiker, climber, whatever in the history of time.
Weren't they all driving to meet at a point and then go?
They're meeting at the back gate, which is still 40 miles.
Is it? Okay.
So assuming that somehow you get through the gate, you don't die of exposure or thirst on that 40-mile journey that you're trying to Naruto run in one day.
Dude, that was such a funny clip.
Like you won't even get close enough. Like everyone's like, "Oh my god, well what's the military going to do, man? Are they going to shoot us?" You won't get close enough for a human being with a rifle to shoot you.
You're going to get zip tied and pulled out of there.
Like you're going to get either shot by a drone,
they're not going to shoot people.
or a jeep's going to roll up and you're going to get zip tied and thrown back out.
Yeah, it's just going to be that. It's not.
Like,
they're not going to kill people.
Like you will never get close enough for any human being to be able to hit you with any weapon.
You guys, do you believe in aliens?
Yes.
Girl, you fuck with the war?
Do you fuck with the war? I believe we are not the only intelligent life in this universe. If that's what you're asking me, yes.
Tinfoil Hat Guy is not available for this.
We should get into that.
That'll be.
you?
Since apparently we don't do a bagpiping podcast anymore, we just do a general podcast.
Well, we have been trying to switch this into a general interest podcast.
Yeah, just
for
general
years. We
interest,
just can't
whatever.
figure out how.
Well, it's convenient that I think tinfoil hat and also like tinfoil chanter covers, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Tinfoil. How those boobies doing?
Cover. Luckily.
But yeah, so Storm Area 51's happening right now. It's overwhelming our police department and EMS.
Really?
Yeah,
Here in Vegas?
Yeah, because you just get people that are just getting heat stroke out in Rachel.
Yeah.
Is it covered by our police though, or is it state
It-
police?
yeah, no, it's Metro got called in, and,
Really?
and Highway Patrol.
Oh God.
Because there's not enough Highway Patrol to cover it. And then when you think about where it is, there's no actual like trauma center within a reasonable range of that area. Like Tonopah used to have a trauma center and that closed down. So if you get like seriously injured, you are gonna die.
So they're flying fucking
Like
idiots.
they're like if
They're in
you
helicopters and
get
shit.
seriously dehydrated or seriously injured, it's like an hour-long helicopter ride to get to Vegas, which is the closest trauma center.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna die.
They're just gonna die. Let them die. That's what I say.
I mean, they're
Fuck
pretty stupid. So
'em. Fuck them.
that's all I had on that. So the next thing is Life is Beautiful is in town again, and people have talked about this with us. We talked about this on the show before. It's a music festival that essentially puts Fusco inside of a chain link gulag.
It definitely does, man. It's
Hey, what
fucking.
happened to your pass?
Oh well, somebody fucked it off my wrist.
That's why you were late to the show.
No, I'm just kidding. But I let a friend borrow it who wanted to go tonight to see some bands. This girl I know. So it's interesting that my building is not inside the fence, but my street is. So they give us all free passes to go to this thing because the only way to get into our building is to go through the fence to get to it, my apartment building. So they have to. So it's pretty fascinating. It takes over most of downtown. Have you ever been? No. I know you're going to iHeartRadio, but it's probably very similar, except it's like there's 3 stages.
Indoor, right?
What's that?
iHeartRadio is indoor, right?
Yeah, it's all indoor. It's all inside the whatever the fucking thing is. But this has got 3 stages. It's an art festival too. So there's a tent for like kids that are all drugged up and fucking dancing to EDM or whatever the fuck, spinning their goddamn glow sticks.
Nice.
You know, that kind of shit. Do people still spin glow sticks? Is that still a thing?
Why are you asking me?
I don't know. That was a thing in my day. How old are you? Are you my age? How old are you? 30s?
I'm
40s?
not as old as you.
No. So, yeah, man, I don't know. It's a whole thing in Vegas, and it sucks, and it's shit music, and I hate it. But, you know, whatever.
But someone fucked your band clear off your wrist.
She did. 1 year Muse was there.
That means Fusco's going to be sleeping on my couch because he can't get back into his home.
Dude, I can't get back. I told her, like, you got to get this back to me tonight or I can't get into my building. So that's the plan. So guess what? I'm going to be here until at least midnight. So
All right.
It's good to know. Thanks for giving me the heads up.
I'll sleep in my car. I don't care. I'll hang out there.
Okay. So we need to do some ad reads. We need to thank some patrons, all that kind of stuff. I want to do the ad reads now. Then we'll go into some patron hangout time on the chat if there's anyone in there. And then we'll come back with the fail, win, and topic of the week.
Sounds good. And Bethea can get off to her concert, where the fuck she's going.
Yes, yeah, she's got places to be. Well, I mean, for the patron-only midsection, that's when she's going to change into her Chanaran shirt on air. But
yeah, we need to see those boobs. Let those puppies free. Free the puppies. That's hashtag free
the pups.
Oh boy.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to let's talk about this episode of Chanaran Podcast. This episode of Chanaran Podcast is brought to you by patreon.com/Chanaran. Our patrons who, despite their better judgment, choose to invest in this show, which brings them weekly dick jokes, bagpiping news, and God knows what else. Usually just a horrific set of nightmares that are inside of our minds and now inside of your ears. So we love our patrons, and our patrons make this show possible. The overhead cost put on a podcast sucks ass. And we appreciate them, we love them, and we are going to take the time to shout out our patrons right now.
No, are we really? All 50 some odd of them?
All of them.
50, that's a lot.
54.
So, in typical Chanarant fashion, I'm going to pull up the name of our patrons. Fusco is going to come up with a random license-free music option that I will then have to improvise a song about our patrons to.
Give me 10 seconds.
Give me time to drink.
I'm just going to spin the wheel and pick something.
As long as it's attribution-free. Mm-hmm. No genre is off limits.
You got about a minute, so you're going to have to be quick.
It's a minute?
It's only a minute long. I got one that's
Aaron,
2 minutes
Alistair,
if you want to go.
Amy, Barbara, Ben, Bethea, Bill, Bobby, Bradley, Brad.
Did you say Bethea?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
This is not a good tune.
All right, let me get
Need something that can do something musical too. Give me instrumental, preferably. Oh, there you go. Got patrons. Got patrons. Aaron, Alistair, Amy, Barbara, Ben, Bethea, Bill, and Bobby, Bradley, Brennan, Brian, Camille, Courtney, Dacia, Dilly. Wait, who's Dilly? Dion, Aaron, Ewan, Fiona, Gareth, Heather, Hugh, and Ian, Jamie, Jason, JD, Jen. Jen's new. Welcome, Jen.
Jen's
today.
new, and so is
brand
Jamie.
new. So is Jamie. Jennifer, Joey, John and Jonathan, Joseph, Kelly, Kevin, Killian, Liam, Marcy, Barry, Matt and Mike, Mo and Pussy Magnet. Wait, who's Pussy Magnet?
Pussy Magnet. Really?
Rachel, Ray, and Robert. Who is Pussy Magnet?
People can change their names so they do that.
Oh, that's why they keep doing it, because of the fucking songs?
Yep.
Anyway, patrons, we love you. You guys are amazing. You make this show possible. And, yeah, I'm just excited to have all these terrible, terrible people that have a horrible sense of humor following us along on this journey.
What was it our email said? Dojo makes you a better piper and we make you worse human beings?
Yeah, we make you... Yeah, the heckler said, Dojo makes you a better piper, Channerai makes you a worse human.
Perfect. That's all we need. So, is that our read? All right.
All right, and secondly, we just want to talk about the Piper's Dojo. As much as I hate to give Andrew Douglas credit, he's off vacation now, so I can once again get back to harassing people to potentially join the Piper's Dojo. One of the things that has made me think about this recently is I've been teaching new students.
Yes, you have.
So I've had I had two brand new
people
like
today.
never touch a chanter before today students today. And the method that I use to try to get them started is based very heavily on the Piper's Dojo. Once again, I hate giving Andrew Douglas credit for anything, but he has come up with a system that I think works, and most of the Chanarant audience agrees, and the entire Chanarant cast agrees that it's a good system and it's worth
Absolutely,
using.
we do. There's only two of us, but that's cool.
So, we have a deal with the Piper's Dojo where you can get $1, or you can get a free month of Dojo Premium.
Get a month for $1.
You get a month of Dojo Premium
test drive.
for your $1 test drive. If you go to chanarant.com/suckless.
I should have done that.
Or in the
I
case of
didn't do that.
Bethea, suck more.
I feel like I've been paying for 3 months and I haven't done a single thing. So.
Have you been paying for Dojo?
Yeah.
Well, it's like a gym membership. You got to put the work in.
I got to get busy.
You really got it. You really
I
should.
feel
It will
bad
help.
about it.
One of the things that we're going to be starting, not on this episode, but what we'll be doing for the first time next episode, is we will have a weekly favorite bit from Piper's Dojo, either curated by me or Andy, where we're going to tell you about the thing that we saw. I didn't have enough time to prepare it, but I was watching an intro P-Rock thing on the Piper's Dojo Premium, which I really thought was amazing, so I'll try to get the link out on the Chanarant page. Mm-hmm. So if you're not sure, or if you're a current Dojo member and you just want to know what are the Chanarant boys looking at, we're gonna have that for you, and it'll be our pick of the week on the pipersdojo.com. Also, fuck you, Andrew, but good project, good product. I ordered 2 rolls of hemp from them recently as well, but also fuck you.
The views of this one host are not representative of all hosts. Of the Chanarant
All
podcast.
hosts who may or may not be employed.
I was going to say,
Of the
I
Chanarant
was
podcast.
going to start my 100-day challenge.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
That would be
but
great.
then I was like, I'm going to Vegas, so I
You
shouldn't.
didn't want to bring your pipes?
I was going to, but then I was like,
You could have played.
So you
you
can
guys
start.
should like provide pipes for people who are coming from out of town.
We've done that before.
We've done that many times.
Really?
Aussie brought it when she was
Yeah,
here. She brought
Aussie did it.
pipes and-
Okay.
Or other people
Next
that have been
time.
here, yeah. So you're going to start when you go home tomorrow or whenever you go
Thinking
home?
about it.
You should.
Yeah.
I'm in the midst of that. I'm on day 30, as a matter of fact, today, I think. Today's day 30.
I don't.
I'm
like
on
to
a
be
100-day challenge as well, where I'm trying to masturbate every day for 100 days.
Dude, I'm on the 330,000 day challenge. I've done it every day, twice a day since I was 12.
That freaks me out. I have kids.
It's amazing the ability of the human male body to produce semen. 30 years worth of semen I've produced every day.
How much semen do you think you've expunged in your entire life? Like, if you had to weigh it by volume,
Oh my god, we should actually figure this out. So if your average load
what's your average load?
would be like,
Is this something we're about to do on the Chanarant
Let's do this
podcast
live.
right now?
I
Bethea,
have my calculator.
could you
out.
Google what the average
Google.
man load expelled is per orgasm?
Ugh, that's so disgusting. But yeah, I will.
I mean,
This is our show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Science.
so times that, let me figure out how many days in a year per, let's see, I'm 43, so when did I probably start masturbating? When I was 6? I don't know.
I mean, you're talking about overall in your life. I thought you were talking about today. I assumed like at noon.
Okay, let's
Say I was
see.
12. I'm just going to average it out. So 31 times 300. How many days in a year?
356. No?
365.
360.
Thanks for playing our game.
Jesus Christ. So 31 times 365.
For those of you who are just joining us in the chat, we are calculating the total volume
Of Fusco's
This is
semen.
horrible.
the total volume of Fusco's
A
loads.
teaspoonful and a teaspoon. Oh,
So how much is one? Like one orgasm average. Not Peter North.
Ozzy's in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Ozzy Brad, I think you're amazing, and I wish we were better friends. There you
So not Peter North fucking volume. Like that guy's a champion, but like, you know, an guy.
Average human male load.
go. Teaspoon.
Like give me
Does that feel
a
right?
number. I have no
Give
fucking
me that in milliliters.
Yeah. What is it? Yeah, it's about what it sounds like when it's coming out.
That's a lot of air.
So I've got
Let's see here.
365 days times 31 years
But we need a teaspoonful and a teaspoonful. Okay. Teaspoonful.
I just
times
need to
twice
know-
a day.
What the fuck is...
I mean, sometimes I might masturbate 7 times a day.
Hold on.
But sometimes
Teaspoon
once. I don't know. Let's say it's an
in-
average twice.
milliliters.
This
So
is
one
weirdest
teaspoon is
conversation.
5 milliliters.
5 milliliters. So this would be...
So you're averaging a 5 milliliter load.
So we're talking 113,000 milliliters. What is that? Let's go into liters on that.
113
So is that divided by 100
milliliters.
to get to liters?
Yeah.
Or no, 1,000. Divided by 1,000?
So that's
That's 113 liters in my life. No.
which is 30 gallons.
In 30 years? That seems low.
That's a gallon of spunk per year.
What's like a milk jug? So 30 milk jugs. It's got to be way more than that, right?
That's a lot. That's gross.
That's a lot, and I will never be able to drink milk again.
Imagine me doing that all at once. Let's save. I'm going to save the next 30 years of spunk.
I don't think that's how it works.
And then we're going to put it on Pornhub.
Okay, so you have so what you're saying is you're
I'm
gonna
gonna dump it on
You're
somebody.
gonna have 30 gallons of
From 30 years ago of spunk.
you're gonna have 30 gallons of spunk just hanging between your legs, waiting to be released. Like
Well, I'll put it through a fire hose or something.
it can't be released. Like I mean, it can't be compressed. Like
No. We'll
the first
just
law
save
of
it.
physics, you can't compress a liquid.
No. I understand that. I'm just saying. Well, I'll just save it for the next 30 years.
Oh, so
and then
you-
we'll
oh.
just.
I thought you said you were gonna not just.
Oh God, no!
So you're just gonna
gonna-
milk yourself for 30 years
I'm gonna jerk off into a milk jug, empty milk jug, for the next 30 years.
into 36 milk
Get
jugs.
into 31 milk jugs or so, and then we'll figure out what to do with it in 30 years.
Like, first person to spend the night at Fusco's house. I think your milk's expired.
This is where I take a pee break.
Oh my
Gotta
God!
go to the bathroom.
Oh, I can't believe we actually figured that out. So this is
I think your milk's gone bad.
this is the kind of hard hitting news we do here at the Chanaran Podcast.
Pipe band life's not for everyone. And it doesn't always come at the right time. But with the Chanarant podcast at patreon.com/Chanarant, you can be there at the right time for you and your loved ones. It happens to a lot of guys. You're not ready to pipe band as hard as the Chanarant guys do. But with patreon.com/Chanarant, you too can be ready anytime, anywhere.
And we are back. Thank you so much to everyone who stuck with us during the break and all of our Patreon patrons, party poopers that hung out with us and talked to us. Fusco,
Yes, sir.
I think these people deserve, nay, need a fail of the week.
Oh, they absolutely do. I think it's the time that they are rewarded with an amazing, amazing fail provided by the one and only. Who was it provided by?
I think it was Jerder Anger number.
That guy, exactly. So have a listen to this one, folks. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hot diggity damn.
The internet just went like tits up.
No.
Like literally it's spinning. Hold on.
We still got. Oh, wait a minute.
I'll edit that out.
So,
What the hell is he playing? Do you recognize
I
it?
no effing
Sounds
idea.
like something.
Yeah, it sounds fairly improv towards the end.
Part of it, a lot of this is the visual as well. I mean, the playing's crap. But
Yeah, like dude's
he's wearing a Bane mask. I'll give him that.
the dude's definitely he's wearing a Bane mask.
He's wearing some kind of mask.
Like dude's definitely riding the struggle bus on this one. As
the
far
drones
as
He's in a military style uniform of some sort, wearing some sort of desert mask. I thought it was fucking Psycho Ryan at first when they first sent it to us. It's not, but it kind of looks like him.
interesting.
Like,
yeah,
it is weird.
That's a rough one. I just don't know what the intention, the tune was, and I don't know like that guy
Why he published this on social media?
might have
Twitter
been
specifically?
tired as fuck. 'Cause, like it sounded to me like someone who was either just didn't have the muscle for it or was very tired.
I think he just doesn't know any better. He looks like he's recording at MASH headquarters. It looks like the background is like from the TV show MASH. I don't know where
swamp, dude.
I think he's in. Supposedly, this guy might be from Taiwan or something. I don't know. I can't tell, but it's terrible either way. And salute to you, sir, for being terrible. And go kill yourself with a shotgun, please. Is that what we're telling people now?
It's pretty harsh, dude. No, I would say get a manometer and go to chanarant.com/suckless to start your 1 month premium dojo test drive, and you'll play better than this guy.
That won't take much, but give it a couple weeks, you'll be better than this guy. Are you coming back to us?
Yeah.
All right, excellent.
All right, so Fusco, now that we've gotten through our fail, let's get a sweet win of the week, my dude.
All right, this is a good one. So, this is a kids band from New Zealand,
Kids like
like a youth band or whatever they call it.
is that like 8-year-olds or
They look like 13-ish, something like that in that
a
range.
13-year-old Australian is essentially a 27-year-old American.
Well, they're New Zealanders, so they're Kiwis, but close.
Oh, well, a 13-year-old Kiwi is essentially a 5-year-old American.
This is the Invercargill Kid Band. Check this shit out. This is fucking awesome. And this is an old one, but you may have heard this.
The next edition of the Turbo Harm Minis, we here have Invercargill Juvenile Band. They're going to play, what's the tune called? Eros Park. Eros Park, the day. But hey guys!
Is this where you got the Sands of Kuwait idea from?
No.
Holy shit!
Dude, none of these kids even have pubic hair yet.
And they're already better pipers than us.
Look at how little that guy is.
And 3-part harmony that would make Andrew Douglas proud and Stephen McWhorter try to come up with a drum score.
How about that?
Damn! Look at those wee little fuckers.
Those little
awesome.
bastards. How good was that, man?
Holy shit, that was great.
Those are kids for all you fucking service bands, whatever the fuck we call them out there.
It makes me feel real crappy.
Well, I mean, you are, so that's okay.
I'm not the greatest piper. I try.
Neither are we.
Trying.
Neither are we. Not even close, and that's the point. We're just here. We're just trying, man. We're fighting a good fight.
We're just two boys going along the road playing bagpipes.
Along that long and lonesome
Speaking of two boys going along that long and lonesome road, trying to play bagpipes and succeed. Fusco,
Yes, sir.
I want to talk about the topic of the week.
We have a topic?
Yes, and it is not you staring lovingly into Dilly's eyes,
He's got haunting eyes.
dead eyes, like a doll's eyes. but no, I think one of the things that comes up, and we've been dealing with a lot more recently, is the tools of the trade, so to speak. The tricks and apps and things that we use to try to make our lives easier as pipe band management.
Yes.
And some of which have made our lives easier, and some of which have made our lives awful.
Oh, yeah. Some of them work, some of them don't work. That's for sure. So are we talking like technological advances that help us?
Yeah, like, anything that we use to make our day-to-day life easier as
Okay.
pipe banders and pipe band managers.
So you know what the greatest invention that really helps us out?
What's that?
Tone enhancers.
Fuck you. Nope.
Listen, everybody. Buy those plastic things and stick them up in your drones.
Do not stick them in your drones.
I promise you it'll make you sound better.
Yeah, and you'll never be able to strike in or cut off ever again.
Yeah. I mean, if you ever take them out, you'll be fucked. But, I mean, it's in the name. Tone enhancer. It makes your tone better. Isn't that?
What's a
I mean,
tone
that's
enhancer?
truth in
Wait,
advertising.
did we get sponsored by a tone enhancer and you didn't tell me?
Yes, by the way. Tone enhancer brought to you by Chanarant, brought to you by the tone enhancer plastic thingy. No, I'm
is a
just
real
kidding.
thing.
You don't know what a tone enhancer is?
I have no clue.
Okay, do you know what a drone valve is?
I believe so.
Okay, so a tone enhancer is this fucking plastic thing that sticks up in the back of your drone, and it restricts air from hitting your drone reed until you get a certain pressure on it, and then the drone will kick in, and that's basically what it
makes it physically impossible to play well.
Yeah, it steadies your sound, but it really quiets the shit out of your drones because it restricts air to. And essentially, if you just learn to play the pipes right, then you don't need
a secondary valve to control the air going to your drone reeds.
Correct.
So I should feel good
If you
about-
calibrate your drone reeds,
Yeah, that helps too. Calibrate your drone reeds and then learn how to strike in properly, and then you'll never have to.
then you don't need
Something
a
stupid.
secondary little thing that makes you
Tone
sound like
enhancers.
a service band.
I feel okay about myself right now.
Yeah, see,
I don't need those.
your band at least comes from a good philosophy of like they just teach you how to do it right, and then you don't ever have to do stupid stuff like that. So, but
Yes.
I was just kidding about that. They're crap, so never use them. So, but what would you say is a good example of technology that has helped us?
I think that we have survived and thrived through several things have helped us. I'm a tech nerd. That's a fact. No one can dispute that fact. But I think that some of the different apps we've used have really helped us out. I remember we used MyBand for a while before we kind of outgrew it because it didn't have mobile functionality. Mm-hmm. We're using Band, and the Band app is great.
Yeah, we just switched to that a few months ago.
I
and it's-
suggested that to my band.
It's got
Okay.
it's got all the things you need. It's got like you can post stuff, you can do events, you can do feedback, you can have files that people can access. Like it's all mobile friendly, which was one of my biggest
That was a huge
issues.
thing, is
Yeah,
that-
one of the biggest issues. Like the old one was like, okay, this app will ping your email to like respond to this event, and you may respond to your email a lot, or maybe you don't. But like when you ping someone's mobile, you get a lot of
Get a lot better response. for
feedback.
sure.
It's like I think that's a good thing. Yeah, it's pretty user friendly. The interfaces are weird slightly. Like it's one of those things where when I'm trying to get to the interface where I can sort by like events versus different notifications versus chat rooms, I have to like go to home and then click through to specifically our band.
Yeah, I think it does it mostly in hashtags, and I think if you just search through, as long as it's categorized right, which I didn't start off doing that, I've learned that since. But you can search by hashtagging everything that you post. So that's really the key, I think.
Yeah, I think it's like it's helped. It's definitely helped with like we do our RSVPs for events that way. Mm-hmm. We do RSVPs for practice even that way. Like we started pushing out music changes, video files for like homework stuff. Yep. And one of the reasons I like that is it moves it out of what we were doing for a long time. Even like we were doing My Band, but then the other thing is we were doing Facebook. We had a Facebook group, and
not everybody's a Facebook person for one.
And I don't like Facebook very much.
Right.
So I was really happy that there was like a different platform that we could use aside from a Facebook group. I mean, one of the things we run into we're running into that with Chanarant even, where we're trying to put together some better like community forums. And like we tried Discord, which is a really good one, but like I think we're end up having to do a Facebook group, which I don't like because I don't like Facebook as a platform.
Yeah. For what purpose? Why would Chanarant need a Facebook forum?
Well, I think we need a forum for the audience. And I think a good amount of our audience is on Facebook.
We need it so they don't.
I'd hoped that more of our audience would be like super into Discord because it's a way better platform.
No, we got like 6 people in there.
I'm going to join right now.
But yeah, we definitely need a Facebook group so people post things like Crush the Puss to us instead of to the dojo. That would be great. But other than that,
so you can keep your job.
Yeah, I like to keep my job. I appreciate that. But So looking back at so there's the 2 major apps that we've used: MyBand.io and then Band app, right? And Joe Brady's using Band app for a while, and that's I think where I originally discovered it was through him. But they both basically do the same thing, except MyBand didn't have an app for your phone, and the issue was that people
not mobile friendly at all.
Yeah, and it was very email based, and people fucking stopped. Basically, everybody ignores their email.
And it wasn't even email based to the extent where you could like reply to an email and it would go to the thread. You had to like click through, log into the thing, which is a pain in the ass. That's one of the reasons I like Band a lot. Is it integrates with my calendar really well. Integrates with
Facebook.
Like
you sign in through Facebook if you want, or Google, whatever you use. Yeah, for sure. It saves. Yeah, it's been. We got to get people on it, and it's only as good as the information we put into it and how much we force people to use it. But they're getting better at it. So we use it for things like, we have this new drum corps that we're dealing with, right? And we have equipment all over the goddamn place, right? So in order
we don't just have a new drum corps. We have a new drum corps that is entirely
beginners,
like young kids, except for one person.
For the most part, yeah. So, and then we have to bring equipment every week for them. And so we need to know who's coming. And it's like to text that and try to figure all that nonsense out is very difficult for me as both drum sergeant and pipe major trying to organize all these people. So that's been helpful. Like, all right, just tell us you're fucking coming so I can tell Will. So Will can look and say, oh, I need a bass drum. I need a tenor for her. I need a blah, blah, blah. Because we haven't signed all this stuff out yet. They're not members. So we don't sign equipment out to non-members or whatever. But so it's been helpful for that kind of thing, to know who's what. What else? Chat rooms have been interesting because it helps us to communicate where we don't have to. All right, I got to look up who's going to this event today. Fuck, it's Josh and Rick and fucking Angel. All right, now I got to text these 3 guys and hey, we're over here. Just send it out through the chat room and then everybody knows where we are and stuff. So yeah, that's
one. I like that feature because the day of event thing, I think everyone's included on.
There,
but I like the idea of creating FOMO.
Yes, I know exactly correct. Yes. That was part of the win as well for me.
I wish
I could have been there.
I wish I was at that event because these guys sound like they're having a lot of fun.
Correct. And then I posted pics from Rick being at his first gig to the thing and just whatever we took that night.
Yeah, like I realize now that I'm late to the party and understanding that we can get much better participation by having more FOMO. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But this is one of those points where I want to kind of throw it to our guest, Bethea. What kind of stuff do you guys use in your band to make it easier day to day?
Easier?
Yeah, like are they like, oh, we have a Reddit chat or we have like a shared Google Calendar? Like what do you guys use to like really make everything work, or do you just stick to text?
We just stick to text. Facebook, we have a huge Facebook group.
And everybody in the whole group. Band is in there?
All the bands. So we have 4 bands in our group,
right.
which is
So
Awesome.
are they all separated in this Facebook group?
No,
Are they all
it's all 4 bands, grade 5, 4, 3, and 2.
Put that big
5, 4, 3, and 2.
cock-looking thing in your mouth.
So yeah, we have 4 bands in our organization. 5, 4, 3, 2. We just throw it all out there.
Okay. So
And so Facebook group and text from Pipe Majors going out to everybody. So it works.
And so how do they communicate music changes to you?
Music changes.
So this is the is
okay.
the time of year when you guys are getting new music, right? So
Yeah.
how do you know that?
So at our AGM, we pass out hard copies and then post it all on our website. And we all log in.
So you guys have
print copies.
a private page on your website for members
We have
only kind
all.
of thing?
We all have a
So
login.
old school. Remember member only sections of web pages?
We can still do that on our site.
It
Could,
works.
but I have no interest in doing that. We
It
could
works.
just share a Google Drive like Joe Brady would do and be efficient.
Or if you're friends
Well,
with me,
he only shares it to the primaries.
That's
He
true.
doesn't share it to the secondaries.
No, he does not. But
Trust me, there's a whole other level of drama on that whole thing.
or if you're friends with me, you just are like, send me the music, and I send you the music.
okay, cool. Interesting. So you guys don't do anything technological at all other than Facebook group.
Not really. I mean, we do. Oh boy, what is it? You guys have had a lot of drinks.
That's okay. Take your time.
What is it called?
I'll edit this out later.
I bumped the mic.
I said edit and you bumped the mic.
I don't know. What is it?
I don't know. What are we
There's,
Give me a clue.
Slack. We have a Slack channel.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
Very-
that's something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very few people use it.
I know, most highly successful companies use Slack.
Yeah, I'm all about Slack.
So
I use it
why
for
do you
many
like
things.
Why do you like Slack? Why would that be useful for a pipe band? Do you think?
Same thing with Discord. I mean, it's similar. I feel like.
Well,
channel?
explain it. This is audio. This is a radio show where we explain things with our mouths.
There's a specific channel. You can have it as a whole band or specific bands. You know?
So you break up your. Do you break up your band into the various levels through Slack? And
Yeah.
then what do
But
you
very
communicate?
few. I don't know. It hasn't really fallen. Like there's not.
I'll say
been a
this:
lot of
like
follow-through
I've
with
had
that.
I've had several times where I've tried to impose
something like
task
that.
management software
Well,
upon the band.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Like I tried with Asana. I tried with Glip.
There's a lot of ways, and there's so many. Like there's older people in the band who are like not super technological. You know, like they just
Sure.
are not into that. So it's like text message and phone call, and you just got to do what you got to do. To
That's
get
pretty
them.
obnoxious, though. Like I hate those people.
It's horribly inefficient.
We should kill them off so we can all use an app and just talk to each other.
They're key
Is this you
members,
telling me
guys.
you want me to shoot you on the live stream?
No, I'm not that old yet. I'm still using technology. But when I get to that point,
You have a couple years. You have a couple years before I have to shoot you on the live stream.
actually, surprisingly enough, getting everybody onto the band thing, for example, because everybody, even older people, we have some older people in our band, understand apps on their iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, they understand that. So, like the My Band thing was the issue because they had to sign into a website via their phone, and it just never happened.
It's through a browser.
And it didn't work. So this thing is like, all right, put this on your phone, hit that button. I'm going to show you exactly, like tap this and do this, and then they understand it. So like Slack is going to be tough. I have a Slack app on my phone because we use it at the dojo, and so I get those communications too. But I'm not a fucking, I'm not an idiot. Sorry, bleep that out.
It's cool.
So
Safe space.
so yeah, but when this goes out and we're not supposed to use the R word and all that. So so anyway, Slack's. I mean, that's something. Those task management things,
Slack
like
is-
for boards, people that have a board on their goddamn
Dude, let me
band
tell
or whatever
you,
the fuck.
I have never successfully gotten, and I've worked for multiple nonprofit organizations. I've never successfully gotten a nonprofit organization to commit to an actual communication and task management software.
Yeah.
It's amazing because there's so many of them out there and they're so good, and then nobody can.
Everyone's
you gotta
like,
build the habit.
well, I have Outlook on my whiteboard.
Like Jesus Christ, just check in the fucking thing. It's got. Oh my god.
And I'm like, yeah, but like, I need to set time. I need to set, like, for me, in general, and especially lately, I've been obsessed with productivity. My biggest issue, both to my personal health, my happiness, whatever, has always been I'm spread too thin. Like, I have too many irons at the fire at any given time between all the different things I'm doing.
That much is obvious.
And the way that I'm starting to overcome that is by being obsessed with productivity, right? Like, so like I was super happy this week. I took my personal email inbox from 14,000 emails to 80
Wow.
by archiving, filing, or deleting.
How'd you do that? Because I need to do that.
I archived, put in a folder, or deleted every single email I
You went
had.
page by page and went through every one of them?
Every single one.
Holy moly.
So I've been obsessed with because I mean, you know this, 'cause you know me for a very long time. You know I'm spread too thin,
Fortunately.
and you know that I'm getting like freaked out about how thinly I'm spread.
Yeah. By the way, we still have to learn a Bullocks and Fill tune before.
This is true, yeah, but that's gonna be easy. We're gonna practice that tonight. But yeah, so like one of the things I've been working on is increasing my productivity by as much as I possibly can. Like, how do I make sure that all my ducks are in a fucking row?
Please do that so I can take advantage of you more.
So I'm getting super close. I mean, I've been much less stressed lately because I'm getting closer to this goal.
And
But one of the reasons I like the idea of apps is they make your life easier.
oh, they absolutely do. So, for example, what's another?
Did you say absolutely or did you say absolutely?
Oh.
Was that a bit?
No, I
They
if
absolutely
you point it out, it just takes everything. It takes all the power away from it. So, speaking of that, like let's look at something like a Dropbox or a Google Drive. We use Google because we own a goddamn ridiculous amount of space on Google.
Because Google's amazing.
But like using Google Drive to store all pictures and videos, say for example, that we take
To create an archive.
create archives and stuff instead of remember the days when we used to pass a hard drive back and forth. Like
I do. Yeah. we used to pass a hard drive that had the photos and videos on it.
Oh my god, yes, and those still exist. Then there's probably still history on that because we haven't transferred them to a like shared drive of some sort. Because it's like
Yeah, that gave me
millions of terabytes of crap.
incredible anxiety.
Oh god, but I remember that. I mean, it served a purpose at the time because that's what you had at the time. But now we have we can share everything across Google Drive. So I still don't understand this. You recently changed this over to Team Drives or whatever.
Yes.
The fuck.
And it's not full. It's not done yet.
No, it's still in the process. But like as an organization, you can set up these Team Drives, which means we can share it amongst our officers and stuff, so they all have.
So
access
the
to everything
idea-
without owning anything under one person's.
Yeah,
name.
the idea is, and it's especially good if you're a nonprofit. I use this for a lot of the nonprofits I work with, where you can get Google G Suite for business. Essentially, you can get it for free if you're a nonprofit, and you can prove it, especially if you're a 501c3. So what I've done on a couple different organizations, and I'm partway through it for the past 2 years with a Las Vegas pipe band, is you create these team drives. And the way that works is it's tied to your domain. So the idea is whatever user account you create that's at lasvegaspipeband.org will have access to this.
Right.
And you can set permissions across different things, but it's just like a separate cloud storage. You know, the thing about the cloud is it's just someone else's computer, but it's a lot safer than a bunch of people who are Gen Xers who don't do proper backups,
Right. Yeah.
which was my biggest concern. And it's nothing against people who are Gen Xers, but
Yeah. Be careful there, buddy.
it's one of those things where it's like none of them under anybody essentially that's younger or older than me at this point doesn't really have a firm grasp of how to back up their data. And they're just like, oh, well, I have these 4 hard drives. I was like, okay, cool. Where do you keep them? In my fridge. Like, I was like, what? That makes no sense. Like, what?
Can I just quick sort of sidebar based on what you were just saying? I just want to take a moment to recognize Bethea's boobs. Okay, keep
guys
going,
are very
Joe.
nice.
Onward and upward.
wait. Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah. Pretty rocking.
Yeah. Those are rocking boobs.
Thanks, guys.
She's got them ready to go for some concert tonight, right? You're
Going to
some
concert.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll get done with this soon
Bought
so you
a
can
random
go.
shirt. It's real,
I mean, I'm done.
So yeah.
So we had a couple
Hey,
more
by the
things.
way, there goes my second load of the day. Just so you know, when you did
into your pants?
into my
Thanks,
pants.
guys.
Into your pants immediately.
That's quite the compliment.
Is this
Thank
why you
very
keep
much.
borrowing my underpants?
We're not supposed to talk about that. So here's an interesting one. You just learned about this the other day. We were at a gig and Angel had
On Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah. So there's this bra tuner app. It's called Bra Tuner, and I don't know what bra means. Maybe it's the guy that made it.
It means good.
So it means like, hey, bra, this is an awesome tuner, bruh.
BRAW. I mean,
I know. But so this
Good.
thing is interesting. I mean, there's a million tuners on the market, but this one's an app on your phone. And what's interesting about it, I find, is that it's got like every feature of all the other tuners all in one, because there's so many tuners that do all these things, but they break them up into pieces.
the thing that blew my mind was how it locks in.
Correct. It measures the low A by hearing it, but it knows it by hearing the A. It knows you're trying to play A, and it just locks it in. And then it measures all your other notes,
Every
as
other
you're playing
notes, and like puts
against
it within
that
like this acceptable range.
of correct. And
the
it's
notes.
interesting. And as you're watching somebody play, as somebody's playing, and you watch the app, like as they hit different notes, you see it like has these sliders, like it's a little flat, it's a little
And it's
sharp,
measuring hertz the entire time.
the whole time. And it's interesting. And what I used it originally to try to get people to God damn it, get their practice chanters in tune, because I'm so sick of fucking shitty practice chanters. And it measures all the notes for that as well. It doesn't matter what pitch you're playing at. So
You
if you're
can't
playing
tune a practice chanter.
Oh, don't get me started. You certainly can, and you should tune your practice chanter, people, to be relatively pitched correctly. So, but it measures anything. So it doesn't matter if you're tuning a practice chanter or a pipe chanter. You set your low A automatically, and it sets.
Did it measure your loads for the year?
No, but we're going to develop an app for that. we're gonna make millions for measuring loads.
Loadmaster.
Loadmaster.com or
Loadmaster, the app designed by crowdfunded by Piper's Dojo.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So yeah, I think that's a cool app. What else? I don't know. What do you like to use?
I mean, I thought that was really cool. That was the first time I saw it, was on Wednesday at this gig, and I thought that was actually great.
Yeah.
My favorite app for bagpipe tuning is My Ears.
Yeah, that's a great app. I mean, unless you're Bethea and then your ears are crap. But
Yeah, I'm deaf for sure. I'm real deaf.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, what's left is like social media type stuff. I don't want to give away too many of my social media secrets on how I schedule things and make things good. Because, if you want
we haven't seen that yet, but
if you want that information, you have to hire me for it.
well, I mean, there is social media. Is that considered technology that's helpful for pipe bands? I don't know.
I think so. I think that
We have the groups,
I think it's the lowest barrier to entry. I think that, assuming that the best case scenario is you have a lot of people who aren't willing to download new stuff or interact with new things, like a Facebook group, it's pretty low barrier.
True.
And also, all kinds of old people are on Facebook. That's what makes it terrible.
We actually.
I mean, the only other app I would recommend is probably Droner.
Droner's a great app.
Yeah, Droner, the pipe band dating app.
Yes. So that's it. Definitely go to your app store, look up Droner, and if it's not there, just put in a request like, please bring it to my operating system. But this is where we hook up horny pipers with slutty tenor drummers.
Yeah, and vice versa.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say that.
So unlike most dating apps, all you have to do for Droner is take a dick pic, or
Post it to the
or if you're a
Droner
female, you have to take a picture of your tax return, and you both submit your dick pic and your tax return,
And your lip pick. What about a lip pick?
and it matches you based on it's got a built-in ruler that is in centimeters.
For the international audience.
Yeah, for the international audience. And so it's a built-in ruler where it essentially measures your cock, sends
And then
it to
matches
someone,
you to the appropriate tax return.
Matches you to the appropriate tax return.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the forefront of technology to match these kind of criteria in people.
Well, our algorithm determined that was the real.
I mean, ultimately, this is what people care about.
Realistically, if you play bagpipes and you're looking for a date,
every centimeter counts.
you should have a big dick. Otherwise, you won't get someone who can support your bagpipe obsession. So,
What if you just have a thick cock instead of a long one? Does that make a difference? Is there an X and a Y?
No. So for that, you need a different app. That app is called Tunican.
Tuna can. Tuna canner.
And then if you're a female suitor, you download the sister app, which is called Tuna Cannot.
Tuna, but in a different way.
and then if you're at the World Pipe Band Championships, the Philip World's Pipe Band Championships, and your expensive $600 tuner breaks, you just download Tuna, which is our third app,
Which is like because it's invented in New York.
Which will essentially match the pitch of your bagpipe, drone, or chanter to the wails of a dolphin.
Perfect. Which is going to be at least in the category of service bands.
So you say like, hey, I need a 478, and it's like,
whoa. And for service bands, that'll be an improvement.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It's always sound like service bands have always sounded like dolphins on fire anyway. So,
well, that's a good point. Dolphins in the middle of an oil spill while the oil is set on fire while riding a bike
after they've just like read some Kierkegaard and shot themselves
and blew 113 liters of load.
Anyway, thank you for joining us on this episode of the Chain Rant Podcast. Real quick, I just want to go around the table. Bethea, do you have any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I'm just happy to be in Vegas. Thanks for having me over.
Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
And thanks for bringing them.
You're welcome. I haven't made a huge contribution to this episode,
Neither have we.
but I've enjoyed myself. Thank you for the free beer.
Well, free beer and
Unless you're going to charge me
and
after
the free Vegemite.
and the Vegemite.
Do you want to try the Vegemite while we're live?
I've never tried Vegemite.
Oh, then you have to.
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
have to.
You
Camille,
absolutely have
Ozzy's on the line right now
And she would
watching
be
you.
heard-
Ozzy Broad,
This
I
is
think
a-
you're amazing, and I am glad that we shared that excellent drink together in the VIP tent.
She would want you to try the Vegemite.
This is the way to her heart, is to try Vegemite.
Ozzy Broad. My very first music teacher was from Australia,
How'd that work out
and
for you?
it was great. She taught me all kinds of things, and I've never tried Vegemite though.
Camille says, yes, try it. She's in the chat. She said, no. Like, let me see. Oh, you gotta go more than that. Come on. Don't be a
What if I
don't be a
puke?
pussy. What is it?
Pussy.
Pussy.
Yeah. I'm sorry, PSNI.
PSNI.
Pussy.
I feel like this is the same smell of the medicine that I give my cat.
It very well could be.
Vegemite could also
This
be
is the medicine you put on your
cat
cat's
medicine.
asshole.
Yeah.
Like when you gotta like.
Well, it comes out of the cat's asshole, and then you just put it right back on.
All right, try it. Just
Ozzy
take it
Broad,
all.
this is for you.
Take it all. Oh my god. Oh god. I was there where you are right now.
It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite thing.
It's pretty awful.
Wait. Just give her a sec. Let it marinade, as Eric would say.
Eric, you're the best. It's not my favorite thing.
Well,
But
how would
know
you
what?
describe it? Like, what is the taste? What's the taste like?
It's very salty.
Salty, yes. What else? They put this shit on toast in Australia on a regular basis.
I mean, it's
Dude,
not.
Ozzy put this shit on toast here at my house.
It's not like I would never eat this again. It's fine.
It reminds me of like bacteria on the bottom of a whale's
Taint.
taint.
Well, isn't that what this is? It's left over from like the barrels of like something. I don't know.
I think so.
Is that what
She'll
it is?
probably tell us. You're right. It's something like that. I forget what it is.
It's like
Or
when they're-
that's how it was discovered or something like
Yeah.
that. And then they made it on purpose or something. I don't know. She'll tell us. But yes, it's terrible.
I discovered Vegemite when I was in 7th grade.
What do you mean discovered it? Like you tried?
my 7th grade music teacher was from Australia.
and
And
told
she
you
would
about
bring us Vegemite. I never tasted it until just now
Yeah.
live on your podcast.
There you go. So, final thoughts on the Vegemite.
It's great. It's fine.
Fusco, do you have any final thoughts for tonight's episode?
No, I just want to say my final thought is thanks, Bethea, for coming and finally making it to the show. And I hope your concert goes great. And, boobs. That's really my final thought of every day of my life is boobs.
Can I
And
give a shout out
Yeah,
Of course.
to every? I can't even talk. guys.
To Eric House?
Yep, exactly.
Eric Everhouse?
Eric Everhouse. He's busy in the corn right now.
Oh, yeah.
He's
corn
spooking
maze.
people real bad. But
go up
He's a spooky boy.
He is spooky.
he's texting me. He's
Is he?
messaging me.
What's he saying? Did you say hi to him first?
He's saying he's busy. But
He's like, fuck off, leave me alone. I'm trying to scare teenage girls right now in a very creepy way.
Well,
He's
I
pulling his penis out in a corn maze right
I
now.
just gotta say, thank
cool.
you to both of you for doing this episode of Chan Rand Podcast, as weird and fun as it was. Thank you to
Very
Eric Evanhouse for
Being
pulling out your penis in front of people in a corn maze. I guess I'm
Good
not
job,
sure.
Eric.
I'm not sure what's going on there.
he's working hard.
But yeah, I just want to say that I think there's a lot of things going on in the pipe band world, and I think that there are a lot of ways to make our jobs a little bit easier, and we found several of those.
Try to take advantage of them.
Couple apps, couple things, and if anyone kind of wants to learn more about how the sausage is made and how we try to organize all this shit, just reach out to us, chanaran@gmail.com. Other than that, I would say, you know what? I would say Fusco. Now's as good a time as any. Play us out. Okay, so should we get to the topic?
Do we even come back from break yet?
Not technically. We kind of did.
Let's do silence and then come back,
okay.
and then we'll do it. Yeah.
Oh, wait, you're not going to use any of that for the episode?
Oh, no, I'll definitely use it, but I just mean to give me a break to see what's happening.
Jesus Christ. You need to wipe.
That was a dry one.